Are you someone who devours health podcasts, reading all of the latest wellness books, and you still find yourself stuck in the same old patterns? If so, today's episode is one that you simply cannot afford to miss. Today, I am diving into the crucial topic of how is it that I know what to do, I'm just not doing it. You're smart, you're informed, but there's a missing link between what you know and what you're doing, how you live. I'm sharing my own journey from being a personal trainer and nutritionist who felt a ton of shame about my extremely unhealthy eating habits, of skipping workouts, binging, and being addicted to sugar, to finding the key to real change. If you've ever thought, I know what to do, just not doing it, then this episode is going to help you. Let's get started. Welcome to Total Health in Midlife, the podcast for women embracing the pivotal transformation from the daily grind to the dawn of a new chapter. I'm Elizabeth, your host and fellow traveler on this journey. As a life and health coach, I am intimately familiar with the changes and challenges we face during this stage. Shifting careers, changing relationships, our new bodies, and redefined goals and needs as we start to look to the future and ask, what do I want? In this podcast, we'll explore physical, mental, and emotional wellness, offering insights and strategies to achieve optimal health through these transformative years. Yes, it's totally possible. Join me in this amazing journey of body, mind, and spirit, where we're not just improving our health, but transforming our entire lives. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Total Health in Midlife podcast. I am your host, Elizabeth Sherman, and I am so thrilled that you are joining me today. In today's episode, I am going to be diving into a topic that's crucial for all of us seeking a healthier, more fulfilling life. It's about the gap between knowing and doing, especially when it comes to our health and wellness. I receive messages from women all around the world sharing how much you all love this podcast, and I love it. I love receiving messages from you. It warms my heart to hear that the content really resonates with you. The most common feedback I get is, however, something along the lines of, I know what to do, I'm just not doing it. This statement is what we're going to be diving into today. Often, we believe that knowledge automatically translates into results. Raise your hand if that's true. I know it used to be true for me. It's true that knowledge is a necessary step in our health journey. So, for instance, when I was a teenager, I knew very little about nutrition. I remember deciding that I was going to eat less. I was going to go on a diet, but I didn't know anything about dieting. And of course, a common thought for anyone wanting to be healthier is, I'm going to eat less. I decided that cheese and crackers were the thing that I was going to eat. They seemed like the perfect option because they didn't require much to feel full. Like, you don't need a lot, right? It's totally different than the size of a normal meal or a dinner or a salad or something like that. Like when you look at cheese and crackers, very calorically dense. And it's a classic example of a well-intentioned decision not backed by sufficient knowledge, right? So you can guess what happened. Fast forward to today, and I encounter so many women who are incredibly well-informed. They know all the right things about their health and wellness. They cook well. They have recipe books out the wazoo, right? That are all really good and necessary things. They have the skills. Yet there's this stumbling block. And I've heard from clients who hesitated to invest in coaching with me because they had this reasoning of they wanted to start applying what they already knew before seeking additional help. And that lies the common misunderstanding. Now, while diets and fitness programs, and yes, even my podcast, are really great at telling us what to do, they often fall short in explaining how to apply these strategies or to our unique situation, right? General advice, like on this podcast, I give my best tips. I give my best strategies. But you are a unique individual who has your own life and your own stumbling blocks and your own obstacles and barriers and time constraints and likes and dislikes. I cannot tell you what to do because I don't know what those are. And I can't cover them for every single person, right? We want to be able to take the information from diet books or exercise programs or podcasts, but we need to be able to apply them to our lives. And so, how do we apply that? Again, while diets and fitness programs and my podcast are great for telling us what to do, they often fall short in explaining how to apply these strategies to our unique situation. General advice doesn't always fit our individual circumstances, especially when life gets busy and we can't do everything by the book. And so, this is where the essence of our conversation today lies. We're going to explore why knowing isn't enough and how transforming that knowledge into action is a whole different ballgame. It's about understanding that while the podcast provides valuable information, what you need to do to make sustainable change is insight and accountability so that you can see where the generic advice doesn't fit for you. This episode is for you if you've ever found yourself nodding along with health advice, understanding it in theory, but then struggling to implement it in practice. Or worse, just not doing anything with it. We're going to address why this happens and how we can bridge the gap together. Our goal today is to move beyond just knowing towards a life where we can confidently and consistently apply what we've learned to achieve the health and the life that we all deserve. Moving forward, we touched on the difference between knowing and actually doing it. And this is a common hurdle in our health journey. And today we're going to go deeper into why this happens. A widespread belief is that acquiring knowledge is enough to spark change. We think if I just knew more, I would do better. But the truth is, knowledge is just one piece of the puzzle. So let me share a little bit of my story with you, which I think will illustrate this point perfectly. Some of you might know that I started my career in software. And my life took a sharp turn when my mom passed away from breast cancer. That was really a wake up call for me. I could see in her disease the potential future for myself if I didn't make some changes. In my search for answers on how to avoid that same fate that I was witnessing with her, I discovered that excess body fat is a significant risk factor not just for certain cancers, but also for other lifestyle diseases like diabetes and heart disease. And so I decided that I was going to change the trajectory of my life. I started a quest to improve my health. I started exercising more and improving my diet. This journey led me to go back to school to study fitness and nutrition. I thought I was done with school. But no, there I was, learning about exercise, learning about nutrition, and I wanted to understand everything that I could about leading a healthier life. And initially, I did it out of pure selfishness. I wanted to learn, how do I not get this disease? How do I not get cancer? But then eventually I was like, oh, I can help other people. But here's the thing, even as I was gaining all of that knowledge, and even as I started working out and working as a personal trainer and nutritionist, I was struggling. I was caught in the restrict, binge, regret cycle. I would be super strict with my diet during the week, only to find myself binging on all of these foods that were quote unquote bad for me over the weekend. Foods that I knew weren't good for me, but I couldn't seem to stop myself. So this cycle was frustrating and demoralizing. Here I was, a quote unquote health professional, but I couldn't apply what I knew to my own life. And my experience is not unique. It's a widespread issue. Many of us are caught in a similar cycle. We read books, we listen to podcasts, we attend seminars, and we arm ourselves with all of this health knowledge. We know what the healthiest vegetable is. We know that we're supposed to be growing our own food and picking it at the ripe of freshness and then eating it immediately so that nutrients don't leach out. Yet we find ourselves unable to make the changes that we so desperately want to. Why does that happen? Why isn't knowledge enough? The answer lies in the complex nature of our behaviors and our habits. Changing habits, especially those we've had for years, even decades, is tough. Changing habits that have emotion attached to them is super difficult because it's not just about knowing what is good or bad for us. It's about understanding our behaviors and our triggers and learning to manage our emotions and our responses. It's not enough to know, but you also have to believe with all parts of your body. This is particularly true when it comes to health and wellness. Our relationship with food and exercise in our bodies is deeply personal and often tied to our emotions and our past experiences. We can know that vegetables are healthier than fast food or that regular exercise is beneficial, but applying that knowledge consistently, especially when we're stressed, busy, or emotionally drained, is a whole different challenge. And let's not forget about the abundance of conflicting information out there. One day, we're told a certain food is a superfood, but then the next day, it's on the avoid list, right? It's no wonder that many of us feel paralyzed and stick to our old habits. They're familiar. And in a world where we're getting mixed messages all over the place, familiarity feels safe. So the problem isn't just lack of knowledge. The real challenge is learning how to apply this knowledge in a way that works for us in our unique lives and with our unique challenges. That's where the disconnect often lies. We know what to do, but we struggle to do it. After years of struggling with the knowledge action gap in my own health journey, I found the missing piece in my coach and mentor. He wasn't just another source of information. He was actually a guide who helped me turn my knowledge into action. And one of the first things he did was change my approach to exercise. He understood that as a woman in midlife, my hormonal profile was different than general population. And so my exercise and diet needed to be tailored to my stage of life. This wasn't just about following generic plans. It was about listening to my body, decoding the symptoms that I was having, and then being able to respond to that. And that's something that I now emphasize with all of my clients. My coach's approach was holistic. He helped me connect the dots between my actions and how I felt afterwards. It was about applying what worked for me, my body, and my lifestyle, and letting go of the information that was unhelpful or ineffective. This individualized attention was what I needed to move past the barriers that I had unknowingly set up for myself. I bring this same personalization approach to my clients. I am a high touch coach. I get all up in your business. So let me share a story about one of my clients, Jen. Jen came to me with a common fear so many of my clients come to me with, a fear of carbohydrates. We are bombarded with messages telling us to avoid carbs, right? I don't eat carbs. I was just talking to a woman the other day on the pickleball court, and she was like, I don't eat carbs. I was like, how is that even possible? But Jen's experience shows why blanket advice doesn't work for everyone. Jen was always hungry. She thought about food constantly, and the conventional wisdom she had absorbed to avoid carbs wasn't right for her lifestyle or her body. And here's a really important point. Much of the diet advice out there is based on research conducted on college aged men, not middle aged women. Our bodies are different and they require different approaches. In working with Jen, we decided to reintroduce starch into her diet. This went against everything she had been told, but the result was amazing. She felt better. She ended up eating less overall, and her constant hunger subsided. By tailoring the advice to her specific needs, we were able to find a solution that worked specifically for her. This is the essence of personal coaching. It's not a one size fits all approach. It's about insight, accountability, and most importantly, tailored guidance. Insight into how your body works and how your emotions and habits interact with your health goals. Accountability, because having someone to check in with who understands your journey and keeps you focused and motivated is just crucial. And tailored guidance, because the health advice that works for one person might not work for you, especially as you navigate the changes that come with midlife. My experience, both personally and with clients like Jen, shows the knowledge that we gain from books, podcasts, and other sources is only as good as our ability to apply it to our unique circumstances. That's where coaching comes in. It bridges the gap between what we know and what we do. It helps us apply our knowledge to the most effective way for our individual bodies and our lifestyles. So if you're sitting there thinking, you know what to do, but you're struggling to do it, know that you're not alone. And more importantly, know that there's a solution. Coaching could be the key to unlocking your health potential, just as it was for me and my client, Jen. You might be wondering, what does coaching look like? So, I want to talk about the power of coaching and how it can completely change your approach to your health and wellness. Understanding this process can really help you to understand why coaching is so effective and how it can help be the catalyst for profound changes in your life. The coaching journey begins with an initial assessment. This is a deep dive into your current health status, lifestyle habits, and most importantly, your goals. We want to think about this as creating a personalized health blueprint. We want to think about it as creating a personalized health blueprint. We look at where you are now and where you want to be. This assessment isn't just about your physical health. So during this phase, we explore your daily routines, your dietary habits, your exercise patterns, your stress levels, and your sleep quality. It's a comprehensive look at your life every aspect it plays because every aspect plays a role in your overall health. Your health does not exist in a vacuum. And so this initial assessment sets the stage for everything else that follows in the coaching journey. And so with a clear understanding of your starting point, we can then move on to goal setting. This is a collaborative process. I don't set the goals for you. You decide what it is that you want, and I help you achieve it. So your goals need to be inspiring, yet realistic to some degree. They need to be tailored to fit your life and what it is that you want in life. It's not just about setting a goal to lose weight or to exercise more. It's about understanding why these goals matter to you. What does achieving this goal mean for your life, your health, and your happiness? And what's also super important is, how do you want to get there? It's one thing to talk about just losing weight, but do you want to be miserable in the process? Or do you want to have some learning and relaxation and fun? It's a totally different experience, right? And so goals in coaching are often SMART goals, SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. This framework ensures that your goals are clear and actionable. But beyond that, we also ensure that these goals resonate with you on a very personal level. They should align with your values and your vision for your life. One of the most crucial aspects of coaching is the regular check ins. These sessions are your time to discuss progress, challenges, and make any adjustments that we need to make in the entire process. Think of me as your health navigator. I'm here to support you, to guide you, to make sure that what you want is what you get. I'm here to provide support and help keep you on track. These check ins, these weekly calls are also a time for accountability. It's easy to get off course in the hustle and bustle of daily life, right? Regular check ins provide the structure and a sense of responsibility for you. They're also an opportunity for celebration. We want to acknowledge your success, no matter how small, because it's a crucial part of the journey. The advice and the strategies that you receive in coaching are highly, highly personalized. What works for one person might not work for another. And that's perfectly okay because we are all unique individuals. We find what works for you, for your life, for your body, for your goals. This customization is based on our initial assessment and in ongoing discussions. So as we progress, we fine tune our strategies to ensure that they fit seamlessly into your life. This could mean adjusting your diet plan, tweaking your exercise routine, or finding new ways to manage stress. The goal is to make your health and wellness a natural and enjoyable part of your life, not something that feels like a chore, something that you have to do. An integral part of coaching is addressing the psychological aspects of health and wellness. Our mental and emotional states profoundly impact our physical health. Stress, for example, it isn't just a mental or emotional issue. It has a physical consequence, like increased heart disease, obesity, and diabetes. Coaching helps us understand and manage these psychological factors. We explore your relationship with food, your body image, and how you handle day-to-day stress. This exploration can lead to significant insights and breakthroughs. It's not uncommon for clients to discover that what they thought was a problem with willpower is actually linked to other emotional needs. A significant part of our work together involves recognizing and overcoming limiting beliefs. These are the stories we tell ourselves about who we are and what we're capable of. They often operate in the background, subtly influencing our choices and our behaviors. In coaching, we bring these beliefs to the forefront. We examine them, we challenge them, and where necessary, we reframe them. This process is completely transformative. When you change your beliefs, you change your actions. And when you change your actions, you change your life. So, for example, if you've always believed you're not a quote unquote fit person, that belief, of course, will influence your actions. You might avoid exercise or feel resigned to poor health. In coaching, we challenge that belief. We find activities that you find enjoyable because you're not going to do something that you don't find enjoyable. And then we celebrate your progress. And gradually, that old belief loses its power. You start to see yourself in that new light, someone who enjoys exercising, and your actions then reflect this new self image. The process of coaching is dynamic, it's personal, and it's so deeply transformative. It's not just a quick fix, it's a journey, but it's a journey completely worth taking. Through coaching, you gain more than just knowledge. You gain the tools, the support, and the accountability to turn that knowledge into action. And in doing so, you transform your health and your life. Now, I know I've covered a lot there, but if you're feeling inspired and you're ready to take the next step, I want to invite you to schedule a call with me. This call is more than just an introduction. It's actually a gateway to understanding how coaching can specifically benefit you. In episode number 132, What Happens on a Consult, I walked through the process of our initial call. But let me reassure you, this call is not about selling you on coaching. I don't have any desire to do that. What I want to do is I want to explore the possibilities and understand how you can achieve your health goals that you've been dreaming of. During this call, we'll discuss what success looks like for you. You'll gain insights into what you can realistically expect from our time together, and I'll be able to gauge your readiness for change. My aim is for you to succeed in your goals just as much as you want to succeed. Actually, I probably want you to succeed even more. The beautiful part of this journey is not just the destination, but the transformation that occurs along the way. And I love celebrating these transformations. Imagine a few months from now being able to share your success story, perhaps even on my podcast, telling the world about the incredible work that you've put into yourself and how amazing you feel as a result. So if you're ready to take that step, if you're ready to turn your knowledge into action and experience a health transformation, let's talk. This could be the beginning of a new chapter in your life, one where you are in control of your health, where you feel empowered and energized. You can schedule your call through the link in the podcast show notes or by visiting my website at elizabethsherman.com/call. Take this step towards a healthier, more fulfilled future. I'm here to guide you and support you and celebrate you in every step of the way. As we move towards the end of our episode, I want to address some common objections or fears that you might have about coaching. It's natural to have reservations, especially when it involves investing in something as personal as your health. One of the most frequent concerns I hear is the cost of coaching. And it's totally understandable. When you compare it to the price of personal trainers or low cost online do it yourself programs, coaching might seem like a huge investment. However, I want you to consider not just in terms of its price, but in terms of its value to your life. In episode 156, Lifespan versus Health Span, I discussed the importance of not just living longer, but living better. The costs associated with declining health, like rising medical bills, insurance premiums, and more importantly, the loss of quality of life, are far greater than the investment in coaching. Think of coaching as a proactive investment in your health, one that can save you money and heartache in the long run. Another concern might be the time commitment. Our lives are busy, and adding something else might seem overwhelming. However, coaching is designed to fit into your life, not take it over. These strategies and plans that we develop together are tailored to your schedule and to your needs. The goal is to integrate health and wellness into your daily routine in a way that feels natural, not burdensome. You might also be skeptical about whether coaching can truly make a difference. And that's a valid concern, especially if you've tried multiple programs in the past without success. But here's where my coaching differs. It's high touch. It's a personalized experience that addresses your needs and your goals from a holistic perspective. I bring over 17 years of experience to the table, having helped thousands of women achieve their health goals. The testimonials on my website are a testament to the effectiveness of this approach. Coaching with me works, and I stand by that with a guarantee. The value of coaching extends far beyond our sessions. It's about equipping you with the tools and the knowledge to make lasting changes. It's about shifting your mindset and breaking free from old patterns and embracing a healthier way of living. The long-term benefits are immeasurable. Imagine having more energy to enjoy life, feeling confident in your body, and knowing that you're taking proactive steps towards a healthier future. Imagine being an active participant in your life, not sidelined by health issues. Coaching is not just an investment in your health, it's an investment in your quality of life. It's about ensuring that the years ahead are vibrant, fulfilling, and healthy. If you're on the fence about coaching, I encourage you to think about what's holding you back. Is there the cost, the time commitment, or the skepticism about its effectiveness? Whatever your concerns, I'm here to help you address them. The goal of coaching is to empower you to live your healthiest, most vibrant life. And I truly believe that coaching with me is the cheapest option in the long run. As we wrap up our episode today, I want you to reflect on your health journey so far. What are your goals and what's stopping you from achieving them? If coaching could be the key to unlocking your potential, isn't it worth exploring? So, as we close today's episode, I want to quickly recap. We discussed the gap between knowledge and action and how coaching bridges this gap by offering tailored guidance, insight, and accountability. If you're inspired to take the next step, I encourage you to schedule a call with me. Go to the show notes and click the link there, or go to elizabethsherman.com/call. This could be the beginning of a new empowered journey towards your health goals. Thank you for joining me today. Your dedication to improving your health is inspiring, and I'm excited about the possibility of working together to achieve your health and wellness goals. Have an amazing day, everyone. That's all I have for you today. See you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Now, if what we talked about today resonates with you and you're ready to take your health journey further, I want to invite you to schedule a one-on-one call with me. It's an opportunity for us to dive deep into your health goals, explore your unique challenges, and discuss what you've tried before. To book your slot, simply click the link in the show notes or go to elizabethsherman.com/call. Once you do, you'll answer a few thought-provoking questions to get us started. Then all you need to do is show up and we'll take it from there. Let's make your health journey a priority together. See you on the call.